So, um, basically, in the last video, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys that in this wonderful book here from St. Andrew of Caesarea, the commentary on the Apocalypse, which is very similar to Archbishop of Urki because Archbishop of Urki studied this one and then made his version. Um, I show you how basically in the Euphrates, when the Euphrates dries up, Antichrist is going to come and start a war. It says it here. Okay, I'm going to read it to you right now. Antichrist is going to come and and go through with World War III, and then after that come out as the leader causing world peace. Blah blah blah. And it sounds exactly like like uh um the Marble King prophecy. Okay, because the Marble King prophecy says the Marble King is coming when the Euphrates River dries up, and he's gonna lead World War III against the enemies of orthodoxy, and then bring this prosperity and a golden age of Orthodox Christianity. So, but one of them has to be true, right? If Antichrist is coming during the time that the Euphrates dries up, and he's going to make great war, right? Marble King is supposed to come during that time, but in the Marble King prophecy, there's supposed to be 30 years of peace after blah blah blah. Then the Antichrist comes. Which one is true? I'm gonna tell you which one is true. St. Andrew of Caesarea is true because St. Andrew of Caesarea is based off of the Bible. That's why I was trying to say in my last video that all the false Orthodox Christian prophecies that you see are pointing to the Antichrist in a good light. So what I'm trying to say is when Antichrist comes, all Orthodox Christians that believe in the Marble King prophecy will say, look, that is the Marble King. Or whatever, the Russians who believe in the Russian Tsar will be like, look, this Antichrist is the Russian Tsar. You see what I'm trying to say now? So I'm going to read this to you really quick because what I'm about to say and show you is going to blow your mind to prove to you Antichrist is alive. He's coming during World War III very soon. He is going to do everything that it says that the Marble King is going to do, right? But it's going to seem like he's killing the bad people when he's actually killing the good people. Antichrist will be killing the good people. Then he's going to establish this world peace and this whole new world everything. Everything is going to be revamped after that, okay? Anyone that's alive is going to think that this is the Marble King or, in the Orthodox Christian world. The Protestants will think it's Jesus Christ. The Muslims will think it's Al Mahdi. The Hindus and the Buddhists are going to be like, that's the Buddha, XYZ. So, here you go. Are you guys ready? It says here, probably the Antichrist also will come from the eastern areas of the land of Persia, where the tribe of Dan originates from the root of the Hebrews, together either with other kings or with rulers designated with a royal name, to cross over the Euphrates, bringing bodily or spiritual death upon people, upon some bodily death through faith and patient endurance, and upon spiritual death through cowardice and weakness. Okay? So, and let me just rewind. It goes probably by divine permission. The Euphrates is lessened to give passage to the kings of the nations for the purpose of them utterly destroying one another and the rest of humanity. Okay? So, who's coming during the Euphrates drying up? Antichrist or Marble King? Right? It can't be the Marble King because the Marble King, that prophecy says Antichrist comes 30 years later. But St. Andrew of Caesarea is saying the Antichrist is coming during the time that the Euphrates dries and is going to do a big war. That means he's coming during World War III, right? So now we see, guys, one has to be a lie. Automatically, this will now make the Marble King prophecy a big fat lie, which is why I've been warning you guys so strongly. To prove this to you, something in real life validates what St. Andrew Caesarea says here, which is going to freak you out. And this is what I'm about to show you in the video right here.
Levels of simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector.
We need a vast military-style campaign to marshal. Let me replay it so that you know I'm not making this up, okay? Let me just replay it. Listen to the last part of this. A vast military-style campaign to do what?
Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector, with trillions at his disposal.
Who's his? Look what he goes on to say.
Far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
Beyond what? Can I just say the last part of this? Beyond what? Look what he says.
It offers the only real prospect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders. It offers the only real...
Beyond the governments of the world's leaders. Yeah. So his.
So these are Protestants that see this so clearly. But mind you, who knows? I mean, these very same Protestants, since they don't know Orthodox Christian prophecies, when they see this global leader with trillions of dollars under his belt leading a war, right, aka Antichrist, which is what we just read right here, they might be like, oh, that's Jesus Christ's return, guys. He's actually, we got this all mixed up. That's not Antichrist. And the reason being is they are not 100% sure the extent of the false wonders and signs and false miracles that the Antichrist will bring about. Okay? And the crazy, immaculate world peace he's going to bring, the end of propaganda, the end of wars, the end of poverty, and just insane amounts of miracles that will mesmerize the eyes beyond the best movies that you've ever watched, with the best kinds of effects and whatnot. Okay? Protestants, since they're not trained in orthodoxy and Orthodox Christian prophecies, will not be aware of that. So these guys might even be fooled too. But why can these guys see this so clearly? And they're just Protestants, and they're not even Orthodox Christian. I'm going to tell you why. It's because they read the Bible. Orthodox Christians don't read the Bible. I've talked to plenty of Orthodox Christians that believe in the Marble King prophecies. Many of them don't even know basic Bible verses. They don't even know what's up in the New Testament. They don't even know what's going on in the Old Testament. They've never even read the book of Revelations. This St. Andrew Caesarea book is based on the entire book of Revelations. So they literally are just going by like, oh, this holy elder saint said so I have to believe it because a holy elder saint said so. Or this bishop said so I'm going to believe it now, without realizing that there's continuity in the church fathers and a unanimity in the church fathers from the scriptures, okay, together with the scriptures, right? And that's the Orthodox Christian mindset. You don't just go and believe whatever. You go, okay, was it said in the Bible? Is it covered in the church fathers? Is there unanimity in it from the church fathers? And is there a continuity from the time of Christ until now, or from the time of the Old Testament until now? If it doesn't check those boxes, then I'm not going to believe it. If it checks those boxes, I'm going to believe it. So, that's what I wanted to say, guys. And, that's why Protestants are way ahead of a lot of Orthodox Christians. And as an Orthodox Christian, you should read the Bible way more than the Protestant reads it. It makes me feel so ashamed because Protestants read like 5 chapters a day of the Bible, and I only read like 1. But it is what it is. There you go. This video shows it. They're already talking about the Antichrist out in the open. There's going to be so much money under his belt. He's going to lead a war pretty soon, which is going to be World War III, right? Because World War III, as we know, starts with the Euphrates, as we read right now, and that means that a lot of things are going to go down pretty soon, and he's going to show up very, very soon. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say.